Do you ever find yourself in moments of deep solitude, questioning why everything around you feels distant? Why the connections you once had seem to slip through your fingers, leaving you feeling isolated and abandoned? Perhaps you've felt the weight of loneliness, like a constant companion, following you even when you're surrounded by others. But what if I told you that this isolation, this very loneliness that feels unbearable, is not something to fear? What if it's not a sign that you are lost or forgotten, but rather a profound invitation, a calling from the universe itself? You see, in a world that constantly pulls us in different directions, telling us who to be and how to live, there are moments when we are intentionally led to solitude. And though it may seem like a painful and unwanted experience, I'm here to tell you that your time of isolation is not an accident. It is a powerful, divine intervention. It is the universe's way of preparing you, guiding you, and showing you that you are chosen for something greater. So if you're feeling disconnected, if you're experiencing loneliness or isolation right now, know this: you are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You have been carefully placed in this space for a reason. Your journey of solitude is actually the path to your most authentic self and your truest purpose. Let's explore together why isolation may be a divine blessing in disguise, and how you can harness this period to awaken the most powerful version of yourself. 1. The invitation to know yourself. In the chaos of everyday life, we often lose sight of who we truly are. We become so focused on the expectations of others, on the noise of society, that we forget to ask ourselves the most important question: who am I? When we are surrounded by others, we tend to adopt their beliefs, their values, and their dreams. We mold ourselves into what they want us to be rather than what we truly are. And as a result, we lose our sense of self. We start to believe that our worth is tied to the approval of others and that our happiness depends on fitting in. But isolation, the very thing you may have feared, is actually the universe's most loving invitation to return to yourself. In solitude, you are given the space to ask, what do I truly believe? What do I want from life? What brings me joy, peace, and fulfillment? The truth is, you cannot fully understand your place in the world until you fully understand yourself. And in these quiet, lonely moments, you are presented with the opportunity to do just that, to shed the layers of expectation, to silence the external voices, and to hear your own soul calling you back home. This is your time to reconnect with your deepest desires and to rediscover the truth that has always lived inside you. 2. Solitude as a spiritual awakening. The universe does not isolate us without purpose. There is a reason you are being led into this quiet space, and that reason is deeply spiritual. In the stillness of solitude, you have the chance to hear the divine voice that has always been there, waiting for you to listen. When we're constantly surrounded by people and distractions, it's easy to forget that we are not just physical beings, but spiritual ones. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, knows that you need time to reconnect with your higher self, with your spiritual essence. And so, it leads you into these moments of isolation, not to punish you, but to create an opportunity for you to remember who you truly are. During this time, you may feel a strong pull towards spiritual practices, whether it's prayer, meditation, journaling, or simply sitting in silence. These practices are not just activities, they are a deep connection to the divine that has always been available to you, but perhaps you've never had the space to fully explore it. It's in this sacred space of solitude that you will begin to experience moments of profound clarity, answers to questions you've carried for years, a sense of peace that transcends the external world, and a connection to something greater than yourself. You may find that as you embrace this stillness, you start to see the signs, the synchronicities, and the messages from the universe that were always there, waiting for you to recognize them. 3. The power of self-reliance and inner strength. One of the most profound lessons that isolation offers is the development of self-reliance. It's in these moments of loneliness that we learn just how strong we truly are. When life isolates us, it forces us to confront our own fears, our own vulnerabilities. There's nowhere to hide. But this is where your inner strength is forged. You realize that you are capable of handling more than you ever thought possible. In isolation, you discover the power of making decisions without external input, of solving problems without depending on others, of taking responsibility for your own happiness and well-being. You learn to trust yourself in ways you never have before. The universe is teaching you something invaluable here. You are enough. You do not need anyone else to complete you. You are the source of your own strength, and through this process of self-reliance, you build an unshakable foundation for your life. When you emerge from this period of isolation, you will no longer seek validation from others. You will no longer feel the need to fill the empty spaces with external distractions. Instead, you will stand firm in your own power, knowing that you are whole, complete, and capable of creating the life you desire. 4. The universe's invitation to heal. One of the most powerful aspects of isolation is that it gives us the space to heal. It's often in the quiet, when we are alone with our thoughts and emotions, that we can finally face the wounds that have been buried for so long. Trauma, whether it's from childhood, past relationships, or ancestral patterns, often creates invisible scars on our soul. These scars shape how we see ourselves and how we relate to others. But in isolation, we are given the opportunity to heal these wounds. The universe is guiding us to confront our pain and allow it to be transformed. Healing is not an overnight process, but it is a necessary one. And in this sacred time of solitude, you have the opportunity to look at your pain without judgment, to feel it fully, and to begin the process of releasing it. Whether it's through therapy, journaling, meditation, or simply sitting with your emotions, the universe is giving you the tools to heal and grow. This healing is not just for you. As you heal yourself, you heal generations of pain that have been passed down through your lineage. You become the chain breaker, the one who ends the cycle of hurt and opens the door to a new way of living. In this space, you are not just recovering from the past, you are transforming your future, and the strength that you gain from this healing will allow you to step into the life you were always meant to live. 5. Building authentic connections. As you journey through this process of self-discovery, healing, and spiritual awakening, you may find that your relationships with others begin to change. This is a natural part of the process. When you embrace your authentic self and begin to heal, you will start attracting people who resonate with your truth. The relationships you build during this time are not based on need or dependency, but on mutual respect, love, and understanding. These relationships are grounded in authenticity because you are no longer hiding parts of yourself to fit in. In this new phase, your connections will be deeper, more meaningful, and more aligned with your soul's purpose. You will attract those who complement you, not because you need them to complete you, but because they share your values, your vision, and your journey. 6. Trusting the process. I know that the isolation you feel can be painful. It may feel like you're stuck in a waiting period with no clear end in sight. But trust me, this time of solitude is not wasted. It is not an obstacle. It is an essential part of your transformation. As difficult as it may be, know that this moment is preparing you for something bigger. The universe is aligning everything in your life so that when the time comes, you will step into your full potential, ready to embrace your purpose with grace and confidence. Remember, you were chosen for this journey. You were chosen because you have the strength, the wisdom, and the resilience to emerge from this isolation transformed. The universe has faith in you, even when you doubt yourself. So, embrace this time of solitude. Cherish it. It is not a punishment, it is a gift. And when you come out on the other side, you will be more aligned with your true self than you ever thought possible. Conclusion: you were chosen for this path of solitude not to make you feel alone, but to help you realize your divine purpose. The universe is guiding you, nurturing you, and preparing you for the life you were meant to lead. Embrace your isolation, for it is the beginning of your transformation. If this message resonates with you, I invite you to like, subscribe, and share this video with others who may need to hear this. And don't forget to leave a comment below. Share your journey and your thoughts with us. Remember, you are never truly alone. You are being held, guided, and loved by the universe every step of the way.